It's 4 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order. It is the meeting of Churchill County Debt Management. And first item on the agenda, other than call to order, is the Pledge of Allegiance. You want to lead us in the pledge?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good to see you too. All right. Moving on to public comment. This would be items not on the agenda today. Seeing none, there is another opportunity for public comment at the end of today's meeting. We'll move on to verification of posting of the agenda. Pam, posted in accordance to NRS?
Yes. Pam Moore, for the record, the agenda was posted on August 21st between the hours of 10:30 and 11:30 at the locations listed on the agenda in accordance with statutes.
Thank you. Move on to action item number 5, consideration and possible action, approval of the agenda as submitted, or if it needs revision, we can do so at this time.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made. Do we have a second? A second. Motion made and seconded to approve the agenda as submitted. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll move on to action item number 6, consideration and possible action approval of the minutes of the meeting which was held February 1st, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 1st, 2023.
And do we have a second? Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes of the meeting held February 1st, 2023. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Action item 7, consideration and possible action, submission of debt management planner reports as required by NRS 350.0035. 7A, consideration and possible action regarding submission of the Churchill County Debt Management Policy, Indebtedness Report, and 5-year capital improvement plan. Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say.
Hi. Now I know why everyone has issues with that. Anyway, Churchill County Comptroller, presenting to you our debt management policy. Next slide, please. We use this to just make sure that we're in compliance. Long-term, we want to make sure we protect our long-term bond ratings and our current debt position, and our policies on future capital projects. Next slide, please. Over here, this shows us our outstanding debt as of 6/30/2023 and our different rates. We have our jail loans. There's 2 loans on that at a 2.75%. We have the Civic Center bond. These are actually bonds. That for 2.35%. And then for our enterprise fund, the new one this year is we have a small loan with USDA for $550,254 at a 1.5% for like 40 years. And then we have the CCCOM debts there that were there last year with a total of approximately $36 million. Next slide, please. And this is a breakdown of our payments, our principal and interest payments for the current year and that were budgeted in our budget for '24. And you can stop me at any time if you have any question on any of these numbers. I don't want to read them to you because you can read them. Next slide, please. And what's our debt secured by? It's we don't have any general obligation debt, which would mean that like all our revenues are attached to that. These are associated with our sales tax, our federal PELT, and our geothermal revenues. And then for enterprise funds, those are all associated with whatever fees come in within the enterprise funds. And possible projects, you just never know. We're working on the district court right now. We're looking at improving a wastewater system and maybe expansions. So those are some ideas of what management has in mind for possible future projects. And that's all I have. And then we had the actual report that was in your packet that we send to the Department of Taxation. And that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Sherry, thank you. Do we have any questions? If not, Pam's better if we handle these individually, is that correct?
That's what we've done.
Done in the
More
past.
often, yeah.
Do we have a motion to approve the Churchill County Debt Management Policy Indebtedness Report?
I'll make a motion to approve the debt management report as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve Churchill County's Debt Management Policy Indebtedness Report and 5-year capital improvement plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we'll move on to action item 7B, consideration and possible action regarding submission of the City of Fallon's Debt Management Policy Indebtedness Report and 5-year capital improvement plan. Sean, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. Okay. For the record, City of Fallon Clerk Treasurer Sean Richardson. The City of Fallon's Debt Management Policy, Capital Improvement Plan, and Indebtedness Report, including the agenda, was approved by our City Council on July 28, 2023. The city's debt management policy discusses the outstanding and proposed debt of the city, its ability to afford such debt, and other items related to the issuance of the bonds by the city. The city is comprised of 7 utility enterprise funds. The majority of the debt obligations are related to the equipment needs and the infrastructure of our utilities. As of June 30th, 2023, the city had general obligation debt of $7,562,739, which consists of $1,588,000 of medium-term obligation debt and $5,974,739 of general obligation revenue-supported debt. The revenue-supported debt includes 1 sewer bond and 2 water refunding bonds. In addition, the city has $66,489 in lease obligations and a revenue bond related to our electric system of $4,693,000. With all the obligations combined, the city had a total indebtedness of $12,322,228 as of June 30th, 2023. During the last fiscal year, all debt payments were made as scheduled and no additional debt was issued. Over this next fiscal year, the city has several capital purchases and projects planned. It includes, but it's not limited to, road improvements and reconstruction, renovations to our city hall, a splash park that opened today, or is going to open tomorrow. The ribbon cutting was today. Patrol vehicles, work trucks, an airport FBO building, electric and water meter replacements, and improvements to water and sewer infrastructure. That concludes my report on the city's current debt position and capital improvement plan. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions for Sean? If no questions, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the report from the City of Fallon.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the submission of the City of Fallon Debt Management Policy, Indebtedness Report, and 5-year capital improvement plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Move on to action item 7C, consideration and possible action, submission of the Churchill County School District Debt Management Policy, Indebtedness Report, and 5-year capital improvement plan.
Good afternoon. It's nice to see everybody. I'm Christy Fielding, Comptroller for the school district.
I'm Daryl Parsons. I'm new superintendent of Churchill County School District here with Christy today. Thanks.
So as you can see from the submitted debt management policy, our outstanding debt at the end of June 2023 was $22,295,000. We did not issue any new debt in fiscal year 22-23. All bond payments were made out of our debt service fund, which is funded solely by our property tax rate and associated interest. All of our bond payments were made timely in 2023. We have an ending fund balance in our debt service fund that is equal to 100% of our fiscal year 24 debt payments, which reflects our ability to pay our principal and interest payments for fiscal year 24. Our capital projects 5-year plan is still a work in progress due to leadership change. Our new superintendent, Daryl Parsons, will be assessing the needs of the district, and the plan will be updated accordingly. As with all the entities, we continue to have extensive ongoing needs for capital improvements. We also wanted to provide a little bit of background to substantiate our continued support of the Fallon Youth Club over the last few years. During the past 3 fiscal years, Churchill County School District has spent over $447,000 in funds in support of the Fallon Youth Club, at an average of $149,000 per year. Of that funding, $110,752 was directly paid to the Fallon Youth Club in support of administrative costs, transportation, staff salaries, and other costs in the scope of work that we have with them. Going further back to 18-19 and through the fiscal year, that was last year, the total funds paid to the Fallon Youth Club directly was almost $154,000. The additional costs provided a Churchill County School District staff member that works at and is stationed out of the Fallon Youth Club to run the enrichment and tutoring program for the students and for the cost of the tutors as well. It's always been the district's goal to work cohesively with the other entities in our county to provide educational support for all children in the district. With that, does anybody have any questions?
Any questions?
No, but I would like to make a statement if that's okay. First, I'd like to thank Christy for her presentation. I'd also like for the members to know that I understand the concerns and requests regarding the Churchill County School District's board releasing monies back to the Debt Commission. To that end, I am committed to agendizing this topic with the school board in the coming months, making sure that trustees have access to all pertinent information and participating in what is sure to be a complex conversation, so that the school district has put forth the earnest attention that this topic requires.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. If no questions or comments, can we have a motion on action item 7C?
I'll make a motion to accept the debt management report as presented.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve submission of Churchill County School District Debt Management Policy, Indebtedness Report, and 5-year Capital Improvement Plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. We'll move on to consideration and possible action on action item 7D, submission of Carson Water Subconservancy District Indebtedness Report and 5-year Capital Improvement Plan. I don't believe there's anyone here in attendance of the report. The report's been available for us. Anybody have any comments? If not,
Well, I do. I'm a member of the board. I just attended a meeting last week. Their main concern right now has been flood and flood control. I talked with the director afterwards, and we discussed how to manage the water that's being let out into the desert and some things like that. But other than that, I am not aware of the debt management reports or anything like that.
All right, thank you. If no further comment, do we have a motion to approve the Carson Water Subconservancy District's indebtedness report and 5-year capital improvement plan?
I'll make a motion to approve the Carson Subconservancy District's plan as submitted.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve submission of the Carson Water Subconservancy District indebtedness report and 5-year capital improvement plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll move on to action item 7E. This is submission of the Carson Truckee Water Conservancy District indebtedness report and 5-year capital improvement plan. I don't believe there's anyone here in attendance for them. Do we have any comments or concerns? If not, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the report. Thank you.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve submission of Carson Truckee Water Conservancy District indebtedness report and 5-year capital improvement plan. All in favor? Aye. Move on to action item 7F. Consideration and possible action, submission of Churchill County mosquito vector and noxious weed abatement, the district's letter regarding its indebtedness. It's in your packet. Any comment or concern? If none, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve submission of Churchill County Mosquito Vector and Noxious Weed Abatement District letter regarding its indebtedness. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Move on to action item 7G. Consideration and possible action, submission of the Truckee Carson Irrigation District letter regarding its indebtedness. Again, I don't believe there's anyone here in attendance for them, but it was in our packet. Do we have any comments or concern? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve submission of the Truckee Carson Irrigation District letter regarding its indebtedness. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll move on to action item 8, which is the public comment period. Seeing none, I would move for adjournment of the Churchill County Debt Management Commission. And don't run off because I'm sure Pam has things for us to sign, so.